So today we're going way beyond just using AI for work. We're looking at a framework for your entire life. It's called the AI Life Design Matrix, and honestly, it's a completely different way to think about this technology.
And this whole idea kicks off with a pretty bold claim. It says that most of us, well, we're using AI all wrong. So the question is, how? What are we missing?
While the most common way people use it is as a replacement. You know, a shortcut, a way to get out of doing things. We see a big pile of work, and our first instinct is just to ask AI to do it for us, thinking the whole point is just to do less.
But let's just flip that completely on its head. What if the real power of AI isn't about subtraction, doing less, but about addition? What if it's about freeing you up to do more of what actually truly matters?
And this is exactly where the AI Life Design Matrix comes in. And what's so key here is that this is not just another productivity hack for your job. Nope. This is a framework designed for your entire life.
So, how does it work? Well, you start by mapping out everything you do into 4 fundamental buckets. You've got your work or business. You've got myself, which is all about your health, personal growth, finances. Then, of course, there's family, and finally, friends and community. It's a look at the whole shebang.
Okay, so once you have all your activities mapped out, you run a really simple but incredibly powerful audit on every single one of them. And it all just boils down to asking 2 very specific questions.
First up is energy. Does this task give you energy or does it just drain you? It's a simple high or low. The second question is about alignment. Does this thing actually connect with your deeper values, with your purpose? And again, you just answer high or low.
And those 2 questions create this brilliant 2x2 matrix. If an activity is high energy and high alignment, boom, that's your sweet spot. You protect that and you own it. Now, what if it's low energy and low alignment? Perfect. That's the stuff AI should handle. But the other 2 quadrants are where it gets really interesting. High alignment but low energy? Those are the things you have to show up fully for, even when they're hard. And high energy but low alignment? That's a red flag. Those are fun distractions you might need to reconsider.
Now, this whole matrix builds up to one central idea, this one big insight that most people completely miss. And it's the idea that every single task you do actually has 2 distinct layers.
Here's the core of it. There's your role, which is the uniquely human part. This is the strategic thinking, the emotional connection, the final call, the part that requires you. And then there's AI's role, which is what we can call the operational layer. This is all the tracking, the drafting, the scheduling, the researching, basically the grunt work that supports the human element.
Let's make this concrete with a work example. Let's say customer service. AI's role is to automatically route the tickets, track response times, and flag problems. But your role? Your role is to handle the really tough escalations, to read between the lines of a frustrated customer's email, and to use your human touch to strengthen that relationship.
And you can see how this applies outside of work, too. I mean, take planning a family trip. AI's role is to research the itineraries, book the flights, handle all the logistics. Your role? It's to be fully present, to cherish the time with your family, and to actually create the experiences and memories.
So we really have to stop asking, should AI do this task? It's just the wrong question. The right question, the much more powerful question, is which part of this task should AI handle so that I can be freed up to show up fully for the part that only I can do?
And you know, when you start applying this framework, it forces you to confront some really important questions about your life. This isn't just about being more efficient. It's about reclaiming your presence.
So, the first question is pretty straightforward. What are you currently doing that really belongs in that operational layer? I'm talking about all the admin, the scheduling, the first drafts. If it's repeatable, it's a prime candidate for an AI system.
Now, the second question, this one's a bit more personal. Think about date nights or your kids' bedtime or visiting your parents. Are you ever physically there, but your mind is 1,000 miles away, just worrying about logistics and planning? That mental absence is a huge sign that all that operational overwhelm is stealing your presence.
And finally, maybe the most revealing question of all, when you map everything out, what's missing completely? Maybe you realize there's no time for a personal weekly review, or no space for mentoring someone, or you never take a moment to actually celebrate your wins. This whole process just shines a giant spotlight on those gaps. And the practical result of all this is a clear, actionable plan for pretty much everything you do. You get a definition of your role, the part that only you can do, which you have to protect fiercely. You get a definition of AI's role, the part AI should handle, which you need to automate right away.
and you identify the specific tool or system to make it happen.
Ultimately, this completely reframes the entire purpose of artificial intelligence. Its goal isn't to make you into some hyper-productive machine that just does more and more stuff. The real goal is to free you up, to be more human.
Because just think about it for a second. Your work might benefit from a more productive version of you, but your family, your friends, your community, they don't need a more efficient you. They just need more of you, your presence, your full attention, your energy.
So the question I want to leave you with is this. After seeing this framework, what's the first activity where you can delegate that operational layer to AI so you can show up more fully for the human part? What part of your life are you going to reclaim first?